Hello and welcome back to the Edinburgh Watch Company YouTube channel. My name is Jonathan, and on today's video we're going to be talking about the Rolex Datejust. I've got a lovely collection of watches to show you, from the ladies Datejust right up to the very latest 41mm Datejust in mint green. But before we do that, let's go and have a quick look at my watch I'm wearing today, and those who've watched this video before will go, yep, we've seen that one before. I wear this one a lot. It's the Rolex Daytona Cosmograph. It's the discontinued model, as you can see there on the alligator strap, and it is probably one of my all-time favorites. I think the leather strap really tones the watch down, and with a crisp white dial, the brown alligator strap and a deployant clasp, it's such a lovely watch to wear, hence why it has been in the collection for some time. So let's go back to 1945, because that is when the Rolex Datejust was launched by Rolex, and it has been a very popular watch, and I'm sure those of you watching today will have seen dozens of these watches through the years, whether adorned by ladies or gentlemen in different shapes and sizes. And that's why today we're going to show you a nice range of Datejusts, some ladies, some for guys. But let's kick it off with this one that's just come in, because this is a 2023 watch. It's actually unworn and beautiful, as you can see here in pink. Now this is the 28mm, so the 26mm of old is now discontinued, so if you want to start off with a 28mm, then this is where you'd be. So manufactured in stainless steel with a beautiful pink Roman dial. It has the stainless steel domed bezel, and it's mounted here onto the oyster bracelet. So for an entry-level Rolex, it's a really lovely watch. It's beautifully made. It features their latest automatic chronometer movement, accurate to within plus or minus 2 seconds per day, and waterproof down to 100 meters. So while some, I guess, would buy this watch and just wear it as an occasional watch for special occasions, others will put it on their wrist and wear it all the time, whether they're working, riding horses, skiing, cycling, swimming. It very much is a watch for all occasions. And you know, we see these, we've just actually taken another one and back in from like early 2000s, and they haven't really changed much. They're just a really great iconic Datejust. They come on the oyster bracelet here, and you can see there it has the polished center links running through the middle, and then you also have the Easy Link bracelet there that extends. It just means that it's very easy just to micro adjust it when you need to, when it's a little bit too big on the wrist. Now of course, with an 8-inch wrist, this isn't going to fit me very well to show you a wrist shot, but this just gives you a perspective there against the skin to see what it looks like. And if I hold it up to camera there, you can see it's a pretty slim watch as well. The crystal on it is a sapphire crystal, so a really strong glass there. And you see there you have the date function there as well, and you've got the magnification there, making it very easy to read. But I think with the pink and then the silver Roman numerals on it, it is a really pretty watch to wear. Now for those of you who have watched many of our videos, you'll already know that all of our watches have all the original books and papers, so that just gives you the provenance and that you need to know when you're buying something pre-owned, albeit that one is unworn. So unfortunately I don't have a 31mm to share with you today, so we're going to jump up to the 36mm, but into an absolutely lovely watch here. This one I think was bought back in 2002, and it has the most gorgeous slate dial, again with the Roman numerals on it, and it's got almost like a sunburst style, so just a lovely texture to the dial as you look across it here. And this in fact is a one owner watch. The 36mm case size, again it's made in stainless steel, but you'll see here that the bezel here is in 18 karat yellow gold, is what they call the fluted bezel there. Again, like the ladies one we've just seen, this is waterproof down to 100 meters. And before this watch was made available to you, it's been away to our service center and it's all been checked out, and it's, you know, it's performing perfectly. We do the pressure test on it as well, and then we very gently polish the case and bracelet as required. This one too is on the oyster bracelet there, but I mean, look at the movement. That's all in a watch that's what, 21 years old. This watch has been very rarely worn, and you can see here it's got a nice thick crown on the clasp as well. And again, another sign to show the lack of use is you've got the original case back sticker on it, and when that watch is worn extensively, that case sticker gradually wears away, but you can see there 16233, the original sticker, and all the original lovely box and paper as well. So maybe something if you're looking to buy a birth year watch for someone born in 2002, that's an idea. And again, that 18 karat gold running through the clasp as well. So a really lovely watch. This is on my wrist there, as I say, an 8-inch wrist. So quite a big wrist, but you know, I quite still like the 36mm. I think it works very, very well. You can just see it's just lovely on the sort of skin tones and the contrast against a white shirt. And there you go, very, very slim watch. This is one that would definitely fit underneath the cuff. And again, this is the size that gentlemen used to wear until, you know, the 41mm came out, and I still think it looks really, really good. But although gentlemen are still wearing these watches, there are as many going to ladies now as there are to gentlemen. So, you know, we can size the bracelet down for you for a lady to wear it, and I think it's a really, really pretty watch. So while that one's 2002, this one is a 1998 example. And again, very, very similar watch, except on this one here, it has the lovely white Roman dial. I love this combination. I just think it's really crisp. I think the contrast of the Roman numerals against the white dial, it's also very easy to read as well. I think sometimes some people find with the champagne dials and the gold hands, they can be a little bit more difficult, but this one I think is a really good one to read. Again, you've got the date wheel there with the magnification there, this fluted bezel here, and this one is on the Jubilee bracelet. So there we are, that's the amount of play, which really is very, very little. And again, look at that crown, look how thick that crown is. It's even thicker than the other one on the clasp there. This one also has the green sticker on the back. That's very rare just to see one after the other, but again you can see the 16233, and yeah, that's a lovely watch, it really is. There you go. Jubilee bracelet, really, really comfortable. And just bringing that one back up to camera. Now, we haven't discussed prices on these. There are too many watches for me to remember all the prices. And again, prices are changing all the time, depending upon stock and the market moving up and down. So if I can just direct you to our website at edinburghwatchcompany.co.uk, you can see all the latest watches there. If you're more an Instagram, Facebook person, then again, we put lots of our posts actually go onto Instagram and Facebook as well. And of course, even TikTok now, we're moving into TikTok, starting to put some sort of short videos on there too. So, the last of our 36mm, this one I think is rather a special one in that this has the diamond dial on it. And while the last two we've seen have been the code 16233, this one I think is around about a 2005, maybe 2006, and it is the 116233. And you can just feel when you have the two watches in your wrist here, there's really quite a difference in the weight. The case is heavier, but also the bracelet is more solid links in this Jubilee bracelet than the hollow links of the old one. But the key thing about this one, I think it works so well, that this has the champagne like a sunburst dial, but you'll see here it has the diamond hour markers on it as well. So really, really pretty, very elegant watch to wear. Again, this came from a gentleman, but again, quite likely this could go to a lady as well as a gentleman. Again, waterproof down to 100 meters. The 18 karat gold crown screws into the side of the case there, and it's all made out of 904 L grade stainless steel. Again, this has all the links in the bracelet, and this is what's rather nice about this one is that this has the enclosed clasp on it. I do love this design. They don't do this anymore in the 36mm, but you can just see there how the bracelet just continues. And if I was to close the bracelet on this one, you see you have more of the sort of traditional clasp. Now the latest 36mm have actually gone back to a clasp. I think the reason being perhaps is because it featured the Easy Link function, which means it's very easy to adjust, as where you can't adjust this one, so you'd need to have it sort of set so you've got a little bit of flexibility with it on your wrist. But I think it's very pretty, it really is, and I think the ladies very much like this enclosed clasp design. I'll just show you on my wrist as well. it's like a Porsche 911, isn't it? They just don't change. You know, you just know a Datejust, whether it's in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and now in the 2000s. It's just that iconic Rolex watch to wear. And yeah, I think even with my larger wrist, I think you'd agree it looks absolutely lovely. So there we are. That is our 36mm Datejust range. So again, I've taken pictures of all these watches, and again, you can have a look at them on our website. And but now we have the Wimbledon one. So here we are. We're shooting this video in sort of mid-September, and had to put the heating on the other day because it has definitely cooled down. So thinking of Wimbledon, those days of June tennis tournament, lovely and warm. I think they're almost in the past now, but we've just got this watch in fact came in today, and it is the Rolex Datejust 41, and it's the reference 126300. So this is bang up to date latest watch. This was bought in very late 2022, and in fact it's unworn. So it was a lovely gentleman, a customer of ours in fact, who kindly gave us the opportunity. As often happens, something new came along and he wanted to sell this one to buy that, but said would find it a good home. So looking a little bit at the Rolex Datejust, so the 36mm used to be the biggest in the range, and then back in the sort of maybe 2007, I think, something round about that, they introduced the Datejust 2, and that was the introduction of the 41mm case. Now in maybe 2017, I think, was the launch of the Datejust 41, and the Datejust 2 stopped. The Datejust 2 is a nice watch. It's quite a chunky, quite a heavy watch for the Datejust, and when they brought out the Datejust 41, they really slimmed the case down, and it is an exceptionally nice watch to wear, and beautiful smooth edges on the case. This, I guess, is the entry point into the range, in that this has the stainless steel domed bezel. The Wimbledon dial, of course, is very popular, so it has like a slate grey dial with green Roman numerals, and it just works really, really well. It's very sporty, and this is fitted on the Oyster bracelet with the polished center links, and again has the Easy Link clasp there as well. Now, if you're not sure how the Easy Link clasp works, again, pop onto one of our previous videos and I explain the Easy Link clasp, and also ways to showing you know, how to adjust the bracelet on that as well. But it's a very, very slim watch to wear. It's one of these watches that I think once it's properly sized and on your wrist, you know, you'll barely know you're wearing it. But just look at those colors. It really is quite striking. And this is the most, well, it probably was the hardest one to get. I think some of the fluted dials now have become very popular, but this one is always a good seller for us. There we are. You can just see how slim it is on the wrist there. Yeah, it's a great watch. Doesn't try too hard, and you know, it's that little bit less expensive than what you'd pay for the fluted bezel one. But talking the fluted bezel, that is the last watch of the collection we're going to share with you today, and this is a watch from that was bought earlier in 2000, this year in fact, and in fact it's unworn, and this is the new mint green dial. The code reference on this one is the 126334, and this features the 18 karat white gold fluted bezel and the mint green index dial. And just look at those colors, it's absolutely beautiful. And again, that's like a sunburst dial. The hour markers here, they have a really strong lume on them as well, so easy for nighttime reading. And this features the latest movement, same as the one I've just shown you. When this model came out, the new movement, the benefits of the new movement were the fact that the power reserve increased from 48 up to 70 hours. So, you know, if you're changing your watches, want to leave it for the weekend, you know it's still going to be keeping time as long as it was fully wound in the first place. Again, a watch is always subject to shock, magnetism, etc. So Rolex have made some changes there, and that they've increased the resistance to magnetism and shock just by implementing sort of new engineering and technology into the watch. Again, this is a watch that can be worn for all occasions. I mean, you can wear this to work, you can wear it for sport, because it's waterproof down to 100 meters, so much safer swimming with it, leaving it on your wrist, than, you know, leaving it beside the pool or in the locker in the changing room. These are built to be worn. Bracelet on this one is the Datejust. So it's the Datejust Jubilee bracelet. So you'll see here, compared to the Oyster bracelet, I'll bring that Oyster bracelet back. You can see there that you have 3 links across for the Oyster, and then you've got 5 links across for the Jubilee. They're both really comfortable to wear, but there's more moving parts in the Jubilee. It's very slightly lighter, I would say, and it still features that easy link there function. So a really great watch. And again, the market's changed. You know, the prices have come down. I remember these watches were up at 15,000 maybe a year ago or so when they came out, and again, prices have come down a lot. But what a great looking watch. It really is. I don't think we'll have this one too long. So if you've been looking for one and you're on the wait list, maybe fed up of waiting as often as the case, then please give me a call. Hopefully we'll still have it in stock for you. But that is one very good looking gentleman's watch. So what a watch to finish on. So those of you who are still watching, thank you so much for taking the time, and hopefully you found that useful and you've enjoyed it. If so, please give us a thumbs up. Any comments below, please let us know. And again, you can check these watches out at our website at edinburghwatchcompany.co.uk. We're also on Instagram and Facebook, so hopefully you'll come and see us there. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.